Hello everyone, it is I, SciencePyro07, and today I'll be reviewing the Jurassic World Roarivores Metriacanthosaurus. The Metriacanthosaurus was a medium-sized theropod, 26 to 30 feet long, from Jurassic England. It was named after its vertebrae, which were taller than those of other theropods, and it was originally named as a species of Megalosaurus. So that's basically all that's needed to know about it. I just got this guy yesterday, on the 2nd of January, 2024, but this thing is a 2018 release, so this is roughly the 5 or 6 year old dinosaur. I don't know when exactly it came out. I'm assuming around Fallen Kingdom's release date, which was around June 18th, I believe, of 2018. So this is a roughly 5 to 6 year old dinosaur. But with that said, I still have the box. I mean, I just got it yesterday online, in box, so it's pretty much untouched for 6 years. This is the box that I remember oh so well from 2019 and 18 when I got Roarivores species from the Jurassic World line. We got the basic Jurassic World logo. We got Blue and Owen there. The volcano, well, a rendition of the volcano on Isla Nublar erupting in the background with some forest. The dinosaur roaring feature. The image of its action feature there. And, of course, the back. On the back of the box, we see, once again, the Jurassic World logo, its name, Metriacanthosaurus, itself. Only thing, its legs are, actually swapped, with this being its right leg, it's swapped on the box, which is a bit weird. I'm gonna push the button for chomping action and roaring sounds, which we'll get to soon. And then we got the other Roarivores. I don't know if this is wave 1 or 2, but we got the other Roarivore species of Triceratops, Baryonyx, and Allosaurus. So this is the box. And it coming with a box, I also got the instructions. And these instructions are a little bit yellowish compared to the paper it's standing on. But that's probably because of how old the dinosaur is. The paper had some aging. There we go. There we go, got the instructions to open. So here we go, some good classic instructions for these guys. They're still making instructions for their dinosaurs that have more complex action features. But this is the good old days from when I got my original Metria, their second one. Along with my Allosaurus and Pachyrhinosaurus, good old days. We got the contents with the Jurassic World logo, instructions. Please keep these instructions. Contents, dinosaur and tail. I already constructed the tail, obviously, but it was sitting right there in the box because they had to, make it fit. They couldn't attach the tail. But the Jurassic World fact sets, which I will show what that's for. But here we have assembly, attach the tail, which I did, and to play, push buttons, or push the button for sound and chomping action. The batteries shut off, and we'll get to that soon. And on the back, it's just how to replace the batteries and whatnot. Anyway, so this guy is a medium-sized dinosaur. It's pretty decent. The detail's pretty nice. There's some larger scaling around the vertebrae, which I think was done to indicate like a moderately spined lizard. Ooh, because they also have like little ridges, or like not ridges, but like lines on the back, especially on the tail. The head is pretty well done. It is a bit shrink wrapped, not overly terrible, but it is a bit shrink wrapped, and its eyebrow, or eye ridge technically, looks okay from the front, but from the side looks like it's raising its eyebrow, both of them. So he's in a state of shock, I guess. The hands are pronated, which means if they were real, they would be broken. But otherwise, they're not too terrible. The fingers are not... Well, the fingers are clawed, but they're not... the claws are not colored. The arm does not have all that good detailing. There's some scales, but not a lot. Same with the leg. Honestly, I am surprised the foot is as small for a Mattel dinosaur. They've done it a few times before, I guess, with their like original Ceratosaurus and a few other dinosaurs, but I'm not used to Mattel making a foot accurate, because this is the ankle, this is the foot, those are the toes, which means that it's standing on a decent amount of toe. So it's actually pretty good for a Metri. The only problem is, well, it's lacking lips. It's tiny bit shrink wrapped and his hands are pronated. Other than that, it's a pretty decent Metriacanthosaurus model. As for the colors, they're not the best colors for a Metriacanthosaurus. In fact, Mattel has made 4 of them, and none of them are the good Jurassic World website Metriacanthosaurus's colors. But that said, the colors they've come up with are not too terrible. This one's like a melon-like yellow. I actually don't know how to describe the yellowish brown it is. I would say like Springtrap, but he's more yellow-green. And then there's like a fern green or an olive green pattern on the head, neck, back, and somewhat of the tail. There is no underside color. There's the Jurassic logo, and there's the DNA scan code for the Jurassic World Facts app. The eye is a more orangish yellow with a painted pupil. So good that the pupil is not just the green on either side. The teeth are colored. The mouth is pretty well done. You got the tongue detail, the gum detail, I think. That's what this is. But the roof of the mouth is colored, which is actually very rare for their older dinosaurs, and I don't think I have any Roarivores species where the roof of the mouth is colored. So that's also nice. But yeah, other than that, this is pretty nice Metria for colors. Not the best, but they're good colors. In terms of articulation, the tail was just snap-on. It can wiggle a little bit, but I don't think it's supposed to. Not like it's broken. It's just like not supposed to turn in a 360 circle. The legs stick out somewhat, which is supposed to help it balance, but my model actually stands perfectly fine without its legs balanced like that. And the legs can also move in a 360 circle. The arms can stick out some and also move in a probably a 360 circle if they were sticking out, but they can't exactly when pressed against the body. Yeah, both arms move out pretty well, actually. Not a lot of complaint for there. And that's all for articulation, but there's still the action feature. As seen on the box and in the instructions, there is a button that actually blends in very well into the model when it's just standing on its own. Right here on the back, when you press it, it roars. And this being a Roarivore species, it's got 4 roars with a cycle of 16 different roar combinations. Yes, I've counted. But the main 4 are those. And honestly, for a Metriacanthosaurus, there's not terrible roars whatsoever. Some of them I can tell are taken from the Indominus Rex in Jurassic World 2015, but besides that, they're pretty decent roars for a Metriacanthosaurus. I like them. Yeah, that one is an Indominus Rex roar. So's that one, somewhat. I think they mixed 2 of its roars. And this one, I can tell, I know for the fact, the start of that roar is an Indominus Rex roar, but I'm not sure about the second part. And then this one, I have no idea where its origins could have come from. Doesn't sound like Indominus Rex, but the rest of its roars are. But again, I don't mind. These are pretty decent roars for a Metriacanthosaurus. I really like them. And overall, this is a nice model for a Metriacanthosaurus. Back in 2018, this thing would have been about $15, but I got it online about $28 to $30, so not not much more expensive for the same exact animal, and it's pretty nice. But again, online, it could go for, if it's used, a lot cheaper, or if it's new, like this guy in box, way more expensive. I saw several. In fact, I didn't see a lot of these guys. I saw most of the Roarivores were the red guys, which makes me think this may have been a limited release, but there were some of these yellowish green guys, but mostly the red ones. So this guy may have been a limited release. I'm not entirely sure because I didn't collect them back then. But if you want it, go ahead, get it. I won't stop you, but I also won't encourage it unless you want it. I'm just here to show you what it does, because it's a pretty nice dinosaur, actually. It's one of my favorite dinosaurs Mattel has made. Probably from nostalgia from 2020, but it's still it's a pretty decent dinosaur, especially for one of their originals. Anyway, that was me, Sides Pyro 7, and yeah, this is the Jurassic World Roarivores Metriacanthosaurus. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I will be seeing you again in the next one. Goodbye.